Greetings, welcome to XF. We're back with the small vehicle build series thing, so we're continuing working on the tractor. Anyways, let's go over to our ad spot and we'll jump right over into the studio, shall we? Bricker Print is your place for custom stickers and custom 3D print parts. If you like what I do, you definitely like what he does. He has custom stickers for my mocks and a lot of other creators' mocks. So make sure to check them out at www.brickerprints.com. Take a look around, support them for me. And yeah, enjoy that. And let's go on over to studio, shall we? Oh man, I am so tired today. I was trying to watch like some old anime with some friends, and I just kept like crashing out during it. I was just, yesterday, today, just death, dying. I was not holding on. I don't think I'm holding on. I need to probably take a good nap after stream today. I think it's mostly just from waking up super early and probably not also getting to bed at a good, decent time. Just a little 50-50 of both. It's just doing it in for me. Because, yeah, my good cat Squishy still needs her meds. Anyways, what are we working on here? This nose is not attached. That much I can tell. Usual panels. Is it? Can I not do like a plate round? Just attach it via plate round? No, that won't work at all. You know what? That plate with the bars that I've seen before. Yeah, this one. This one doesn't come in like. Oh, it doesn't come in red. Okay. Alright. Fine. I'll find something else build with then. Have forced my hand. Okay, so we need to probably bring this plate back so we can connect these rear axles on. Not sure yet what we'll do for that front fender. I have some ideas using droid arms, but that's about it. Yeah, I don't really have much of an idea right now. Okay, let's just hide this again. This is a 2x6. I probably need like a 2x10? 2x8? What are we looking like? Yeah, I need to bring that in a little bit. Okay. Let's go 2x8. 2x8 probably works the best. Would you just connect? My goodness. You? There. Thank you. I don't know why that has to be so difficult. Okay, and this is like dead center, so I can actually probably get away with, yeah, that'll work perfectly. Also, if you're wondering why I'm kind of talking funny, I have a canker sore, like, I guess not a canker sore, it's just like a mouth sore or whatever, right in like the back corner of my jaw, and it's annoying. Just right in the way of being able to speak properly. And now I'm realizing that I need to put back at the 2x6 that I just removed earlier. Like the fool I am. Because yeah, moving that up and moving that up. Now we should have alignment with everything else. I just need a technical axle. There's nothing going on, so no, I mean there is these extension thingies. I guess there's also some stuff happening here too. So like if I flip this around. But what would that be? Probably just tile around? Actually no, saucers. was actually kind of hoping that that would look a little better. Yeah, I didn't let it look nearly as good as I was hoping. That's fine. Tile round. Oh, and there goes the yawns. Yep, nope, I am toasted. We'll see what we can get done today. I can, my body is just like, oh, time to give up. It has had enough. We only just started the day. It's already like, yep, I'm done. I need to get some actual proper rest, man. That would probably be a great thing for many things. Like, be good on my mental health, it'd be good on my body, just be good in several ways. Technique. Got other work to do today. At least I'm almost finished with a few projects, so it's not like I'm not really necessarily behind on anything. No, never mind. I can think of a few things I'm kind of behind on, but like honestly, just a good day's work would probably catch me up. Okay, so now those wheels should be level with each other. It's good. We have a whole lot of nonsense back here to do. Honestly, plate modified. What if I just ran this on the back right there? I mean, that kind of works. Oh, what is that part up there? Looks like a trailer hitch thing? So high up. So now one of the other hitches is way down here. Guess I should have actually just ran this with bricks instead. Technique, brick. Okay, mirror. There we go. Market. I want this, right? Yeah, no. Even that doesn't really solve any of my issues. I could put like a plate modified kind of coming down the center. That kind of helps with things. And then another plate modified with the actual, like, an actual trailer hitch like part. Yeah. Okay, so the only thing we're missing now is little arms. Yeah, it's the only thing we're missing. It's fine, we can kind of fill some stuff in here. Definitely some connection stuff happening up here. I don't know how we're gonna fill. Actually, no, roller skates or something could probably fill in those details. Yeah. Like if I did plate modified, put you up there, and then roller skate probably like sideways like that. It'd give us kind of those like hydraulic hose connections. Pretty nicely. Sweet. Okay, so I like that. I like how that's all going. Still got to get some arms in here though. Minifigure, body part, droid arms. Yeah, those will probably fit in there like that. Those out a little bit. Yep. I like that. Now we just got to deal with the, well, this nonsense of the droid arms. Yeah, that doesn't work. Chris Terry, hey, welcome. Round. I guess one thing I could do is probably this, but I think running it. Okay, nope, never mind. That doesn't work either. Cool. I'm struggling to find a solution. That kind of works. Only ever so slightly. Oh, and then we immediately have issues because of that stud sticking out. Okay, I need something. Actually, we do have kind of something that I can probably work with. Oh, but it's getting like so low to the ground, we're like losing like all our ground clearance. So that doesn't mean can't do something a little bit further back. Kind of like how we ran our arms up front here. Run some kind of bar system further back underneath the wheels, so at least we can still hide it. And then, well, more or less just kind of copy what's going on here up front. Okay. So this needs to hinge down a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. I kind of wish that this was actually the other way. There we go. That feels a little better. So we're not trying not to lose our ground clearance, because that's kind of important. Yeah, I think that'll work ever so slightly better. Looks like I still need to adjust it downwards a little bit. Out there-ish. And now that I look at it, that is not long enough, really. It needs to be a lot longer. One thing I could do is replace that plate modified for one of these ball joint ones. That would allow me to bring most of this a little bit more forward. There we go. I think I just fixed it by doing that. $257. I think these can move just a little bit more outwards, like that. There we go. Maybe just one adjustment more to get these arms kind of more to a decent position. Ah, yeah, no, I am much more happier with that. Okay. I guess the best way to copy and mirror this would be to place down a temporary piece. Do a little copy and mirror. Go, and then I can do a simple connection to there. There we go. We have our two little arms sticking out the back. Delete the temporary pieces, and we are good. Should be more or less the rear taken care of. Select by color. This can all be black. Except that axle. Is that axle even or odd? is an odd number axle. That means it needs to be light bluish gray because that's the cheaper color for that type of axle. And then this part also needs to be light bluish gray because it doesn't come in. Oh, what is angry? Oh, you guys don't come in red? Oh, I thought you did. Did I miss that last time? No, it says you do come in red. Okay. Bricklink, what do you have to tell me then? Where do these parts show up in red, and is it a released set yet? It comes up in several sets, actually. The Big Love sign, the Mario upscaled racing driver minifig, and the Visa Cash App Formula One car. I'll have them. So you're angry at nothing then, studio? Okay, good to know. What about you? The other part that it's angry at. At what point did they come in black? No, in a part. So that was probably me being a bit wrong then. Okay. Hide that. So it can't be the two separate ones, but I think we can. Okay, we can't do that to merge. Let's see, slope curve here. You can do the double long one. That one should come black, or not. Right. Okay, what about this one then? That one doesn't come black. What is the difference? No, it's gotta be, gotta be the underside that's the difference. Yes. So yeah, this is specifically a trans-clear part. Okay. Alright, I get you. I understand why you're angry now. Yeah, more or less the rear's taken care of. You just gotta kind of connect this front hood and then start working on building out the cab. I would like to build out this side thing, the fuel and steps, if possible. It should be more or less, if I don't have this reference image in my way, should be more or less a mirror either side. I guess not completely a mirror on either side. This side has the steps at an angle. I guess we'll have to see if we can do that. So let's focus on this one side then real quick. Why are you off? Oh, because this is, it needs to be off. Yeah, okay. We can do that. And now it has to be off the other way, so it's like odd numbered? Let's see here. I might have some ideas. We'll just throw down a bracket for the moment. With this tank on the side, it looks like we can, won't technically be aligned. Just throw these on here. Simple as that, dude. I guess the easiest solution for over here is just some panels. The 1x1 corner panels. So at least I'll kind of give the false appearance of steps. Or not. Okay, so this needs to be on a bracket or something. But the rest of this almost feels like I need to do, I guess, some jumpers then? Question mark? See if this works a little bit better. You know what? Let's split this, make this a little skinnier. And now that we have that connected, that should be aligned to where we can just push this to wherever we need to for alignment. Okay, so yeah, no, the steps being like that, okay. Being like this is actually more correct. There's like a final step up there. So actually being like that is more correct. I do want to put like a plate round, I want to say, at the bottom. Nah, okay, I was hoping that would look a little nicer than that did. But now that we have that, it's just a question of actually connecting the parts together. I wonder if I can even do an angled bit on here, or if I have to just not do an angled bit. Maybe just a non-angled bit would be the better way to go for the other side as well. At least we have our steps on both sides. This one has a different shape. The fuel tank area? Kinda. There is some different stuff going on there on this side. Which I think is mostly just the exhaust, honestly. I think I can put a bracket here. You know, question is putting a bracket anywhere else. Yeah, no. That doesn't work. The question is, how do I attach this to here? I don't think there's necessarily a great way of attaching those two together. Yeah, because that's not aligned to be able to use the plate round. Trying to think now. There probably is something I could use to connect these two. Again, that's not centered enough. It's like just off too, by like a little bit. Kind of annoying almost. Like it's off, but it's not off by enough. And I need that quad stud connection because it provides a really good anchorage. I guess I don't technically need it, actually, now that I think about it. As just two studs would be perfectly fine for connecting that bit to there. Oh, you know what? We can keep the quad stud. Because we can literally just... We can run a plate round bar thing above her and have it be fine. Select by connected. Oh, it wants to act like it's actually connected. Hold on. We can rectify that. It up. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now we have that solved. It's really just about putting a bar right here to act as the exhaust bit. Like I need a candle first, though. Nope. I cannot spell. Candle, then we throw a little bar up top. Or even not that bar. Okay. Now we have something that kind of solves it. Here we go. It's going to be interesting trying to put those mirrors on there. Or even those lights if we can. I don't think we can place the lights. But we can try something maybe. Okay, we're gonna hide you again because you're in my way. And I think we're just gonna kind of copy and mirror what we did over on the other side. More or less. Long stem. Let's replace that for the short stem variety. And you're still trying to act like you're actually connected. You're not connected. Don't act like you are. Okay. So that should be more or less solved then. Actually, this side, I forgot, has a different shape to it. I need to hide you again? Yeah, it's just a slightly different shape. Okay, and then it's... How would I do this? Just bar and a bar? No, because that isn't even roller skate. That at least solves for that level of height. Also, like another thing? Yeah, there is. There's like another tank right here that I'm looking at. Actually, don't know how to attach that. My mouth really hurts. Don't know why that sword had to place itself literally in the corner. So it makes it hard. Speak. It's like right above one of my wisdom teeth, just like on the back corner area. Such a bad spot for it. We could use a plate modified like this. Kind of go up. Nah, I don't think that works. I think what would be best is actually select by color. Select by color, I said. Starting to fill out the cab, probably. And that'll give us a good way to anchor onto. Let's oh. Oh. Interesting. Oh, come on. Get down in there. You. Being an intermediary would probably be nice, like that. We're gonna keep that. I think we're gonna go ahead and throw a brick modified under here. One of those 2/3 tall bricks. There we go. There we go. All right, so I guess without further ado, we need to put the cab together, which means I need to actually connect this. That would be kind of important. Question is, how? It is not in a great area. What even? Okay, so that doesn't connect. Oop. That doesn't connect. Does that mean I have to use a bracket? I would like to not use a bracket because that would... I mean, it's probably already going to be interrupting the whole ability of those parts to connect together anyways. Okay, so that does connect. Select by connected. Okay, good. You're not actually trying to fake act like you're connected at all. Good. Thank you. Actually, there is something better that we could do even. Because it looks like I could push that forward a little bit. So we're gonna do that. Let's select by connected. Thank you. And just copy, paste another one of those. Okay. I think we're good. Like that. I can hopefully still connect things to that. At least in one way or another. Late 1x3. So it'll kind of start filling out the back portion of the cab. I do also need to be looking into doing these fenders here pretty quick. Which I think will do well with just curve slopes like this. Or not. Looks like the dimensions of this are wild. Yeah. Okay, so it's... It's almost like this curve slope, honestly. But it's not. It's something in between. I don't even think we have anything in between. I wonder what we could do then. Try and build this out. It is Interesting. At least. Actually, you know what? You do have that arc right there. What if we follow that arc curve more instead? Guess this is just going to involve a bunch of moving these bits into place, kind of shaping it out, and then try and build it out. It's more or less like that, and then we just do plate modified jumpers. Yeah, we're not hitting anything right now, so like we're doing fine. And so far, so good. So far, so good, but I'm still struggling quite a bit to find pieces to work. Yeah, no, I think overall I have to do something. I think we're gonna have to simplify the mud guards down quite a bit, especially at this scale. Just an unfortunate thing about scaling. It almost feels like I have to do something like this. Just about, man. That doesn't feel good. Maybe something more that I can do than just that, right? Yeah, I can't even do a turntable. Can I do like a hinge plate? Like anything to give me like... no, not really. It'd be nice if I could do something to make that headlight piece, excuse me, show up. I don't think I can. Yeah, no, it needs to be like that. It does not look good at all for anything. I guess if I really want to make it look nicer, I think I gotta fill it in a little bit. Which means I gotta go inwards with whatever connection point I'm using. So that's more hidden underneath the cab windows. And here, I gotta do something or anything. It kind of helps, not really. Actually, now I'm just trying to think of what I could do to fill that in to make it look decent. I don't really have much when it comes to ideas. Oh no! Could possibly work. I feel like it would work better if I could make a separation between things. Okay, let's just try anchoring this in, maybe? Somehow. Okay, you are always in my way. I need you to get, like, just skedaddle. Get out of here. It modified. Around. No, I probably want plate modified, at least. Bare minimum. Plate modified. And then I could run a chunk of hose over. So that we could do a plate round. The clip. Wow, that pushes that way up. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Pushes it way up. Definitely hides it a lot more. Can we... Excuse me. Can I rotate this downwards a little bit more? Really needs to go... Nope. If I did that, I feel like I could almost slope curved. Get this arch in here a little bit, which... Nah, I guess it doesn't help as much as I thought it might. For the shape. This needs to drop down just a little bit. I can't really do that just because there's not really a way to do that. At least I can think of off the top of my head. I might have to live with that. And then I guess for this part, we may not be able to stick minifigs in this. Now that we're kind of getting into the nitty-gritty of it. This is because these really need really awkward connections that are not really possible to make. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I need a lower down bar like there, but that's not gonna work really much either because of how its position way over here needs to be much closer. Around. What's a dumb idea if I did like connect to there? Well, you can't rotate that tire then. I connect it there. The biggest problem. I did that, running into several problems again. around. We're like back at square one, basically. We haven't moved forward, we haven't done much of any kind of progression. I guess I do need something there, though. Could I add there? I don't think there's any like little flappy piece that has very little when it comes to stud connection. Besides, you know what would? The hinge plate. This guy. Yep, nope, that doesn't work. It needs to be just very little. Dang it. And that's like that. Yep. Ah, dang. Okay. I cannot win. Now I'm partly wondering, what if I flipped the script? What if I did the connection instead of on this side of things? What if I did it forward? That looks like that's going to cause a lot of problems. Yeah, no, it's going to cause way more problems and solve very little of anything. Which is great fun. I love when nothing gets solved and just more problems arise due to a very problematic situation. But maybe we can figure something out here. Ah, that is like way too low. Ah, yeah, that does need to go up almost a plate in height. One and two plates. There we go. Show all. What is the alignment looking like now? Okay, well, I guess it's kind of looking better to some degree. Still wish I could get that middle stud on there, but I don't think that's going to happen no matter which way I cut it. This is basically the best way of getting that fender on there. Here. There we go. I think those fenders are red. Yeah, they are red for the most part. That's all red, and the rest of this, select by color, can be black. Oh, these plate rounds don't come in red? Oh, dang. They come in dark red, though. Fine, dark red. That's pretty correct to the model. Oh well. Let's hide this, I guess, because I have new ideas as well. And they involve brick modifieds. That way we can start building in the window sections, which kind of start low, if I remember correctly, from a lot of these tractors. You can add that in. Simple trans clear headlight bricks. Ta-da! Wow, I can't even see that trans clear bricks no more. They have fully disappeared. Ah. That is actually exactly where that needs to be. At least the front window, I mean, it's not like perfectly square, but I don't think any windscreen at an angle would do it for us. Yeah, no, I'm gonna call that a negatory. I mean, kinda, it's hitting. There's other issues. Yeah, no, we're gonna not use that. I guess for the most part, we just have to do like kind of like a brick-built windscreen. Starting off from this bracket down below, honestly. Just need to start laying stuff around. And yeah, we're definitely not going to fit a minifig in here. It's starting to become a little too cramped. And we're hitting that too. Awesome. Ah, because that curves in like that. What do we have for transclear pieces, honestly? Not a whole lot, especially with stuff with studs on the side. Let's see here, I need slopes. Yeah, we don't have too wide of the transclear slopes, so that throws that idea out the window real fast. I can always move the exhaust over just a touch. I think might be the better solution. So instead of it being right there, can move it here. That does screw up some connections though. I better get out of transclear. Plate. And then bracket. It's like way out of spec for where that should be. But in order to stick a windshield in there, I think that's how we're gonna have to do it. Let's see, I need a screen. Let's try this again with this one. We'll see how this goes. Show all. So like it's pretty close to working, kinda. No, I see. Yeah, the windscreen's cuts off right here. It really is just a chunky block of a windscreen. So it would be more accurate. Would be you, my good sir. Of course I gotta hide this. Delete that down. Ah, that's hitting in the corner. Oh, fantastic. Can we avoid that just by lowering that down a little bit? I think we can, just barely. Not colliding as much. There's still a little bit of a nose of the tractor we're missing. Right there. We can actually probably fix that with different kind of slope, maybe. What about this big one here? Okay, nope. That one doesn't solve anything. There we go. So curved. Oh, then that's hitting that now. So we might have to do just a really blocky custom windshield, which is not very ideal, but that might be just how this goes. That needs to go like that, and this, well, needs to be just a lot of trans-clear parts. Yep. There's a lot of trans-clear parts built up to try and make a cab shape. Do we have some trans-clear clips and stuff? Give me only trans-clear parts again, please. That way I know how to build up. Okay, so that's an issue already. Let's see, what do we have for trans-clear parts? We have slopes and stuff. No inverted slopes, really. Kind of a problem. Oh, we had modified? Yeah, we do, kinda. Nothing that I don't think helps me. Yeah, definitely not. Okay, that's fine. Can work around that. Okay, so that can't go below there. Right. Does the cab go below there? Yeah, the cab goes all the way down there. So we're having more issues with this area. Fantastic. This area is causing me nothing but great mental stress. Come on, connect, connect. Thank you. Alright, so that solves absolutely nothing. Fantastic. Oops, not bright pink, trans-clear, please. Plate round. Is this the hollow stud? It is the hollow stud. Okay, that might save us a little bit. Potentially. Or not at all. Okay, never mind. I tried. Let me try that actually again. I don't think I was trying hard enough. To connect that to there. Yeah, I just wasn't really working in it well enough. Maybe it'd be best if I split that. I don't really have to deal with a huge ton of headaches. Try and just kind of worm my way around this. Like that, yeah, okay. Now we do the plate round at the bottom. Connect you to here, there, and then just a single that. There we go. Okay. So that kind of helps fill that in a little bit. Boy, yeah, we have like a whole mess of parts now going on. Mirror. Over on this side, we are missing that little box here. Ah! Go away! Yeah. I don't think we're gonna be able to add in that little box. At least we can get some of the shapes in here. Okay, so I need probably, yeah, just regular transclear bricks. We're literally just gonna brick build this up, is we don't really have much else choice. So we're almost to the roof. Hide that. What we can actually do something even better for a lot of these connections, and that's just kind of flip-flopping this all around. I can barely tell what I'm doing with connecting these transclear pieces because they're transclear. They want to go inside of other parts and connect in other places and cause problems. Okay, I think that's the height that we need. Yes. You know what? It would probably actually be better if I just... Nope. Copy, paste. Something like that. I can... This is like the worst thing to work with. It's just transclear parts. This is, it's all bad. Trying to make my shapes kind of look nice here. Actually, you know what? We'd probably even do a better job here. Yeah, because we can actually use these slope curves to our advantage. Actually try and get some good shaping in here. Okay, yep, this is working out. This is just a big mess of transclear parts, but hey, we have some definition of shape. It is actually a good thing. Rear also technically has some shape definition going on as well. So you know what? Actually, no, I don't think I can edit that definition. But hey, we at least have the front. From there, we can actually go back to bright pink, so we can actually see what we're trying to do. Tile 2x4. This back here doesn't look too great. I kind of want to fix that. We do have some things we can do to fix that. Like those lights in the corner. Plate. Oh, why is everything off? What the heck? Okay, why is some alignments in weird alignment? Is it all of you? Oh, it's just that one brick, I think. That one brick was just weirdly not aligned? No? No? Okay. It's all off. Why? Why? What has happened? Would you... Okay. I keep needing you, but also I don't need you. Go over there. I think we gotta tear this all apart now. Just to kind of fix it. Because something has occurred between the alignment of parts. Yeah, what is going on here? Oh, is it you? Oh, you're the problem child. Okay. You're the one that's messing everything else up. Alright. Now everything should be kind of back to order. Okay, we're gonna wait though before we make that everything trans clear again here a little bit. Okay, never mind. I do need some trans clear parts. Where is it? Trans clear. Yep, limited, plate modified. You know what? I was thinking more. There would be a little bit more. Go up top, thank you. One by one goes down. That goes there. It goes up top. Okay. So with that sorted, I think we can go ahead and select by color. The rest is gonna be just trans clear. Definitely not 100% feeling good about the definition of the cab. I guess some of this could be, oops, some of this could be addressed through these corners. Oop, that's not fixing anything. Okay, I just want roller skates, please, and thank you. Plate, 2x4, yeah, go there. Can I select you? Yes, I can. Red, thank you. Okay, so that kind of fixes that bit of issue. We have the issue of the bars now. Is that much of an issue? Or can we easily solve this? To make those beacons. taps, probably, right? Okay, these ones don't have any mini pig bar in that end, but they do have it on that end. I believe that the hole is the more modern one. Okay, that's gonna be a lot more thicker than what it should be, but that's because the Lego pieces are a million times more thicker than what they should be. Okay, from there we can do a plate round with the whole bar hole thing. You, my good sir. And then bar. Question, I think you do have enough length. Yes. Yeah, you do have enough length. In order to connect there. Neat. This is black. And then these little beacons are trans orange. Copy mirror over to the other side, my good sir. Okay, is there any other details we're necessarily missing? I don't think so. Oh wait, no, the mirrors. Oh, we do need mirrors. Mirrors are kind of critically important. Okay, hide. Put that over. And we'll put those trans clear parts on. Yeah, okay. With those trans clear parts on, yes, I wasn't thinking this through enough because we don't have any trans clear bar parts, do we? Plate modified. Yeah, you go forward. But you won't work there because of several reasons. You know what? It probably just a regular. Do I have? Is there any minifig part, black bar, that works? Let's see here. Minifig utensil. I should have this in pink because pink has higher definition, so I can see the more 3D shape. Okay, what do we have that could work for the mirrors? You know what, we could always use our good old friend the wrench, except wrench friend is too long. Way too long. What if I just moved him these mirror connections down below? I mean, at least if it's down below, I could connect it there. And then connect... These mirrors are going to look a little bit bigger than what they should, but I think it's not 100% fine. Plate round with the clips. And then I need an ingot. Hinge it outwards, about 70 degrees. Yeah, that mirror is going to collide straight into that exhaust. But... Actually, no buts. I can't curve this exhaust. Let's go ahead and just edit the mirrors in then. So let's fix the top part. Okay, the two that. Yes, you delete. You go there. You go there. You have light things. I kind of don't like that though. They modified. I don't think any of these. No, one of these should come in transclear. I know that for a fact. You can find one of these plate modify the jumper plates in transclear. They're a little uncommon, but they do come in transclear. Actually, you know what? I can do some fancy stuff here, though. Have plenty of stud connection for other stuff. Red, and then I want to just do. I'm just gonna do some plate modify in there between with red. There we go. So that kind of sort of gap fills to a degree. Okay, so now that that's done, we can go ahead and copy mirror this over to this side of things. Yeah, that's very intrusive with that exhaust. Okay, what's the next best solution for the exhaust? I could just angle it out and... Why does that look like that'll just work really easily? I just did a little bit of an angle thingy. Just kind of brought it out in a way. It almost works. To just a little bit of a bent angle the exhaust. I think that's just how it's probably gonna have to go, is I have to just that. Probably I'll work my magic a little bit with this plate rounds, the bar clip. Thank you. Yeah, attach there. Kind of bring yourself inwards. Attach there. And there. It's still clipping a little bit, but it's a little better. And I can make it even better just by taking this and changing this more over that way. Okay, so I think the final thing that we're missing is the front mudguards, which I may not just even add, because they're just so thin. And then doing droid arms or whatever is not gonna help anything. Yeah, I think we're gonna ignore the front mudguards. So we got mostly everything else that matters. Hide. There's a little case Puma look. I think we more or less have it though. Think we have our case Puma all done. Don't need this. Why are these here? Oh, those were probably my ruler actually. Oh, sweet. That only took us an hour and a half, which is far longer. And I guess with that, we can end off. And next time, we can come back and actually do the case. What was it? Magnum. The Magnum was the next one, which is even bigger. Magnum's a really big tractor. Yeah. We managed to follow the corrupted 3D model, which is alright. We have our case Puma. we will be definitely doing this for quite a few more tractors. So yeah, I hope you'll join me again then as we work on, well, more farm equipment. Because that seems to be how we'll go for now. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day / evening, depending where. Wait. We didn't do the last thing. And that's a render. Hold on. We're missing one of the most important things, and I think we didn't do that for the Bronco either. Oopsies. Okay, let's do the render real quick. Oh, don't stop it. I know you can save there. Don't tell me you can't. You're just angry because I'm not in the correct window, basically. Oops, my bad. I forgot to switch it to screen. There we go. And there goes the render. How are the wheels turning out? I think they're turning out alright. I know the rear wheels had stuff sticking out of them, but I think that's for dual wheels or like the dual like 6-inch thick dual wheels. Because there's some dual wheels for these tractors where like the second dual wheel is like only like a few inches wider. Like, in my brain, I'm just like, what purpose does that serve? You're only adding like little tiny bit of more traction. Like, is it really making that big a difference? Besides, you know, adding like 2 full width wheels to the rear. Nonetheless, we have our little case Puma. I know this got requested ages ago, but hey, better late than never. Probably doesn't validate any reason for why I'm so late on doing this. My render is running slow. Why are you running so slow? I don't think I have you on higher settings. You just kind of not feeling great today, computer? We both kind of dying? That's not a good sign. Nope. There it goes. Now it's starting to kick off a little bit more on the percentage-wise. Don't have to deal with that. Wonder if it was struggling because of all this trans clear bits. There's a lot of nonsense going on there, especially rendering wise. Good. Yeah, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's feeling very fantastic. $44, $45, come on. You can do it. This is only a tiny tractor. You shouldn't be taking so long to render. Oh, there it goes. Boom. Alright, come over to... Oop, not that one. That was the wrong click. Browse, studio, and case. Yep. There we go. There we have the little case Puma. I think it's adorable. It's one tractor down, several more to go. We have like a Lamborghini one to do too, because yes, Lamborghini does tractors, even though nowadays they're basically AGCO anymore. So the same thing as Case and like a few others. Basically one tractor that gets just maybe a face nose job or something like that. That's about it. They're basically the same thing. Anyways, now we can end, and now I hope you enjoy the rest of your day slash evening, depending on where you are in the world. Because I definitely wasn't wishing that earlier. I kid, I kid. Yeah, anyways, take care, and I will see you all again next time. Bye-bye.